And we're back. Welcome to Come Get Some. Another week here. Week of November, whatever the hell it is. And
November 6th? What is that?
It is. Today is November 6th. We got Survivor Series coming up in 2 weeks. So we're getting excited for that.
Look, Dad, I'm wearing stripes.
That's black and gray Freddy Krueger shirt right there, pal. Beautiful stuff.
You're the real Krueger, though.
I am the Krugs. Couple quick things, rumors going around, Mr. Professor. I am Dr. Ripps, Professor Wolvie as usual. Couple things going around. First of all, the big buzz news around the wrestling world. On January 4th at Wrestle Kingdom 12 in Osaka, Japan. Or is it Osaka or Tokyo? One of those places. It's Japan. Chris Jericho will be taking on the cleaner, Kenny Omega, in a Ultimate Dream match. What are your first thoughts on this? At the other night...
Who is Kenny Omega? No, I know
who the hell is Kenny Omega?
I think that's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting it because I thought that Jericho was still under contract, even though I thought he was just taking a break, and I didn't know that he could actually go to another federation.
Yeah, apparently he's not. I guess the way he works out his deals is that when he's there, he's under contract, and when he's gone, so he can do whatever he wants.
That's a good deal.
It's a good deal for him, and he's probably not a lot of guys who can pull that, but Chris Jericho is Chris Jericho. He's got the clout that he has, and I am looking forward to this. Clout. I think it's a great thing for wrestling. It's going to buzz people. I don't think Vince will be very happy about it because it's going to create a lot of buzz.
You're
Jericho, even though you're not hired, you're fired.
You're hired. Does he ever say you're hired?
You're hired. I don't know if he's ever said you're hired. He probably has at some point.
He watches Go Back to the Shire. Middle Earth.
Can you change my tire?
Oh. He would be the best. If there was a fire, he would be the best guy to call it out. Fire. I like to inspire the kids. I don't know.
Has somebody seen my iPhone? Why?
Oh.
You're a liar.
Oh, I love it.
Donald Trump likes to conspire. We got a lot of energy here, guys.
Right now I perspire. We just wasted 5 minutes of our own lives.
Yes, we did, and yours.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that's what's going on there. Possibly an intergender match this week on SmackDown with James Ellsworth taking on Becky Lynch in what should be a real barn burner. My guess is that Ellsworth never touches her, because that would probably be bad. Another big breaking news is that Roman Reigns most likely will not be ready due to his illness from Survivor Series. So somebody will have to take his place. I believe it might be Jason Jordan. We'll see on Raw. But it looks like Roman Reigns and this viral infection that's been going around is still taking its toll, although Bray and Bo Wyatt are back. And even JoJo is back, so we'll see about that. Reading also a possible double switch between Rusev and Dillinger, Ty Dillinger going on. They tried it out at a house show where Rusev played the babyface and Dillinger played the heel role, so we'll see if that happens. And possibly Paige coming back this week on TV, we'll see.
Wow,
funny story. Quick. Yeah, funny story is last week I got a text from a buddy who lives down in Florida who Ubers, and he just happened to have Paige in his car. And I tried to call him in time to talk to see if I could speak to her and say hello, but she had already gotten out of the car. But apparently he picked her up at her house and brought her to the Performance Center, which he saw other guys hanging out there as well. But Paige seemed to be ready to party, talking to her friends on FaceTime and stuff like that. No mention of Alberto Del Rio, which was pretty interesting. Seemed like she was hanging out with some dudes and having a party at her house and all these other things. So
I'm going to call Alberto right now.
Listen, he just came back at Bound for Glory, which was a total crap show, like every other TNA show. That place is the worst. I never watched their wrestling. It's garbage.
My father works there.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's head writer. So those are some of the rumors and stuff going around. So we're going to get to last week's Raw and give you what you need here. Raw Commissioner Stephanie McMahon confronted Raw General Manager Kurt Angle when Kurt Angle came out and said that he was apologizing to his staff for letting the siege happen. So Stephanie McMahon comes out, confronts General Manager. Kurt Angle says that he's going to wrestle and be the team captain of Team Raw at Survivor Series against Team SmackDown. What did you think of this whole segment where she pretty much just roasted him? Yeah, exactly.
I think I mentioned it last week, but I think Kurt Angle has the best scared face right now in the WWE. That kind of, you know what I mean? I love it. I hope they make 1,000 memes on it because it just cracks me up.
Kurt Angle. Well, I'm just happy he's wrestling again. So this was an easy way to do it.
Yeah.
Especially if Roman Reigns can't perform, then
we're gonna need him.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with.
They could call us too, but.
Yeah, well, listen, I'll be there in a pinch. Since Jericho's not an option anymore, I'm the second best in the world. So
I'll take a suplex. I'll take a triple
I'll
suplex.
take one down.
They'll give me two. I said one. Going down for the second one. I said I'll take a suplex.
Just one singular suplex.
I'm not visiting the suplex city.
So we'll see what happens with Kurt Angle. Definitely going to be leading the charge for Raw against SmackDown Live. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Nia Jax beats Bayley to be added to the Raw Women's team at the Survivor Series. What did you think about this squash?
I didn't see that one coming because she kind of walked out, but people didn't know she was coming back. So when she showed up, I think the crowd loved it too.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was cool. So now she's almost like a babyface, right?
Sort of. I mean, well, that's what's happened. There's been a couple weeks build up because she asked for, or whatever the leave of absence was, to recharge, maybe a little nagging injury. A lot of speculation that she walked out, similar to Neville.
I was going to walk out of this. But I decided to tough it out.
Yeah, tough it out. That's the best thing to do. But basically, she's back. She's inserted into the match, and
into our hearts.
There's that word again. So we'll see what happens with Nia Jax. Bayley fading off into oblivion.
But she's kind of a baby face again. I feel like the crowd likes her again after that whole thing that happened some months ago, where they were kind of booing her.
She's just, what they do, it's just one of those things where they got their people who they're focusing on, the other people who they're not, just get, thrown to the side. So, Bayley is no different. Samoa Joe returned.
That was cool.
Out of nowhere. We were just talking about him last week, possibly costing Brock Lesnar the match at Survivor Series, but nope, he is back on Raw. He defeated Apollo Crews pretty easily. What'd you think of the return of the Samoan submission machine?
I loved it because I didn't see that one coming either. I thought he was still hurt, and because he actually came down the ramp when Nia Jax was walking up, or something like that. I could have sworn I saw a wink,
Listen, they're both Samoan. I mean, there could be a connection there. They also might be cousins, so
they could be.
I don't know.
He's not. He's the only Samoan not from the Rock's family.
Yeah, he's not related to them. He's not related to them in any way. I don't believe.
It was a cool moment.
Yeah, for sure. Intercontinental Champion The Miz was narrowly escaped Matt Hardy last week. Matt Hardy thrown into the match. Wasn't expecting Hardy to win, but a cool thing to see him there. Wonderful. What did you think of this match?
I thought it was good. I'm still, I hate to sound like a broken
record.
A broken record. But I just want to see them broken. One or the other. Most probably.
They got to have a plan in place. They have to, because it's got to happen. I mean,
break Matt.
He's not. He's a singles wrestler now, and they've had him lose the last couple weeks, albeit on good performances. One to Braun Strowman and one to The Miz, but. Eventually, he's got to break free, have something happen.
He's like an aggressive Jedi.
Yep. Wonderful. I just love doing that. Asuka beats Stacey Cullen, who you've never heard of and probably will never hear from again, especially after the couple smacks that Asuka gave her. What did you think of the squash match with Asuka?
I actually, to be honest, I really honestly love this because this was one of the first Asuka matches I've seen. I've seen other ones, but in this one, she seemed violent.
Yes.
She seemed very pissed off and very aggressive. And the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, geez, I would not want to piss this lady off.
Yeah, it's definitely seemed stiff. I think she started the match with a spinning backhand that I'm pretty sure knocked a couple teeth right into Stacey Cullen's.
Yeah.
So
some of those kicks were just like, oh.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. So Asuka, obviously on the ascension here on Raw. We'll see what happens with her in the next coming weeks if they insert her into a feud somewhere. Kane, Daniel Bryan shows up on Raw to talk to Kurt Angle and kind of say that he wasn't really involved. Lights go out, really cheesy stuff. All of a sudden you see Kane. Looks like he attacks Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan gets stretchered away. What's going on here?
Oh, my God. It was funny. He must have got chokeslammed, we're guessing, in the dark. It was funny because there was a mat on one side, and right next to it they put a box of rusty nails. He might have gotten a box. That was a big faux pas.
Either way, just campy stuff with Kane, but
hello, have my acting. Hello.
The team clearly Team Hell No in disarray, but yes, Daniel Bryan attacked. Kane still trying to be brought up as this monster so that he can lose to Braun Strowman. Either way, we'll see what happens with Daniel Bryan if we get some updates. I don't care what happens. The only result I want to see is that it leads to Bryan coming back and wrestling. Anything other than that, I could care less. Because you know what's going to happen? They're going to build up this stupid match between SmackDown and Raw, and right after Survivor Series, nobody's going to care about the rivalry. So, who gives a crap? Finn Balor beats Cesaro in a pretty good match. What'd you think of this one?
I loved it. Great match. Especially after getting his ass kicked by Kane. It's nice to have him beat somebody.
Yep.
Yeah,
and eventually I'm hearing that before Kane leaves again, he will
beat up Finn Balor.
Balor will have his revenge.
Okay.
And then Kane defeated clean Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Again, trying to build up Kane to be this unstoppable monster for a couple weeks, at least until he loses to Braun, and then he can go back to being comedy Kane or go back to his campaign trail. What did you think of Kane beating Seth Rollins clean?
Yeah, if you're going to fight Kane, don't have it say burn it down in your song. He burned down the Architect's house.
He burned it down. He burned it down. Yeah, Kane getting another win. Biggest, if you think about it, it's pretty crazy that he's beaten Dean Ambrose, or did he beat Ambrose? He's beaten Finn Balor clean. He's beaten Seth Rollins clean. These are two former champions, two guys that are on the upper echelon of WWE. He's beaten them clean, only pretty much to set himself up to lose to Braun Strowman. So, not the greatest booking for me for WWE, but
well, actually, I heard not to spoil it for anybody, but he's going to choke slam God through the the mat tonight. That's crazy.
You can't get much bigger than that.
No.
So we'll see where he goes after beating God. Another team that's just getting wasted completely is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I felt bad for them actually with this one. Anybody who has these comedy Halloween trick or street fight matches, just terrible crap.
You out of your pumpkin mind.
And they came out dressed as their characters from what the hell's the name of the show? The parody they do, the Southeast Championship Wrestling or whatever it is. And they lose. Southpaw. And they lose to Heath Slater and Rhino. What did you think of this one? What are they doing? They need to build these guys back up and get them to be raucous again.
I still like the whole nerd thing. I like it, but just something's got to be done.
Something's got to be done. Agreed. And I don't know what it is, but they've got to get out of this funk that they're in. Jason Jordan attacked our man Elias. What did you think of this?
When you attack Elias, you attack both of us. More him. But I thought that was cool. He smashed his guitar. Is that what he did?
Yes.
I thought it'd be funny if he took his guitar instead of smashing it, he just out-tuned it. You like that?
Now play.
Now try. And then give it back to him. Because that's expensive stuff right there.
It is expensive
stuff. The best
stuff.
balsa wood guitar money can buy.
I'm drawing a guitar as we speak. Anywho, this feud will come to a head this week in the guitar on a pole match. And I'm not kidding when I say that.
I thought that was a joke.
No, unfortunately it's not. And another instance of who gives a crap, Kalisto beat Drew Gulak.
For state senate.
Great. Yes.
Gulak.
State Senate.
There's a landslide victory.
Yep.
I feel like Gulak still sounds to me like a Klingon. It's like the best Klingon.
Bring me the Gulak.
Or Gulak.
Yeah. Main event women's championship match on Raw. Alexa Bliss defeats Mickie James. Good match, but overshadowed obviously because the end of the show, Braun Strowman, like out of a movie, like the Terminator rises, comes out of the dump truck. So I guess he's been in the dump truck for 2 weeks, and then he just decided to have them drive.
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor, drive me to Raw, and then
healing.
And then I want you to back up right in front of the Miz's thing. As soon as he gets in, I want to come out.
Yeah.
I mean, the logic, you have to just suspend disbelief, but sometimes it's a little hard. But nonetheless, he comes out, he attacks.
He spits a banana peel out of his mouth.
Yep.
I would rather see him pop out of a garbage can.
Yeah. Listen, pop out of a birthday cake.
Happy birthday, Billy.
He is.
I hope you have a license because you're driving me all the way to the state. That didn't even really sound like Braun Strowman.
No, it was good enough.
That sounded like Freddy Krueger more.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Billy. Oh, shit.
I see him coming out. Oh, never mind. This is getting stupid. Nobody else is laughing with us. That's why.
Oh,
Braun Strowman attacks Intercontinental Champion The Miz and The Miz Taraj. Big deal. Braun Strowman will be on Team Raw. Okay.
Did you say Teen Raw? I thought there was a show.
He'll be in Teen Wolf.
Teen Raw.
SmackDown was on Halloween. Shane McMahon announced himself as the team captain of SmackDown Live. Good or bad?
Good, I guess, but I just still like the whole under siege. I just want to see him say anything else like chicken and a biscuit. But just start saying strawberry daiquiri. Just anything. If he says it right, it's scary.
Mud hens, football,
fiddle, battle. He's got a stutter. He's got a pause. Fiddle.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind right now. I think
we ate some pretty good burgers.
Yeah, we did.
Speaking
of burgers, Bobby Roode beats Dolph Ziggler in 2 out of 3 falls match to qualify for the Team SmackDown Survivor Series. Now the glorious one is going to be included in the SmackDown Tag Team SmackDown Elimination match. What do you think about Bobby Roode gloriously showing?
That's all I can muster. Actually, the match itself I thought was pretty awesome.
It was good.
I really did like it. I liked the match a lot. I actually wrote it on my arm. Good match. But
like Frankenstein says, good. Fire, bad. So that was that.
Good match.
Baron Corbin beat Sin Cara via disqualification. Sin Cara got hurt. I believe it was in somewhere. I don't know if it was Madrid, Spain, somewhere. But it doesn't look to be as serious as once believed. Dipping down to pull the ropes down for Baron Corbin to go over the ropes. He got his leg caught underneath him. Jerk. But I guess they just signed Sin Cara to a 3-year deal.
Really?
Trying to build him up, I guess. Maybe they're going to give him a couple matches before he gets squashed. AJ Styles beat Samir Singh quicker than I could beat an egg.
At least he got to beat somebody,
I mean, Jesus.
He's been getting his
rear end handed?
Yeah, which is not his fault. It's booking.
Well, in a twist of fate, similar to the Hardys. See that? You see what I did there?
My God. I love it.
So it looks like AJ Styles was supposed to be set to fight Rusev this coming week on SmackDown in order to get into the Survivor Series elimination match. However, now it's been changed to him fighting Jinder Mahal, and there's a lot of speculation that maybe he's going to take the belt off Jinder Hindus.
Oh, my God.
And he'll be fighting Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series.
That'd be crazy.
So there's a lot of people who are a little down on Jinder. The ratings were really bad last week, but I think that's more because of the World Series and some other garbage that was on TV.
I don't watch football.
I don't. But either way, it looks like AJ and Mahal are going to go at each other next week on Raw. Or SmackDown, I should say. But AJ did defeat Samir and then got a beatdown afterwards.
Schmear
Shing.
He smeared him.
Rusev beat Big E. Looks like they're building Rusev and Aiden English to be a tag team together.
Yeah, I think it's funny, actually.
And like I said earlier, could be Rusev becoming a babyface, so we're going to keep an eye on that one.
Rusev Day.
Rusev Machka. I kind of look like Rusev a little bit. Like if I go like this.
And I sing like Aiden English. No, I don't.
Rusev Day. Anyway, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Kevin Owens to qualify for Team SmackDown at Survivor Series. Sami Zayn blatantly ripping the table, the announcer's table, and throwing it, and absolutely ripping some dude in the face in the front row.
Yeah.
Hopefully he got a free, Sami Zayn T-shirt out of that one.
If he's lucky, that's all the WWE would give him.
That's when I went to an event one time, I had 2 things happen. One to me, and one to a friend. This was around WrestleMania 10 when Savage was feuding with Crush, and we were in the front row on the aisle. My friend's got a Macho Man finger that, by the way, he paid $30 for. By the way, he paid $30 for. Crush comes down, and on TV, this is on TV, we have it on video and everything. Crush comes down, takes the finger off of his hand, and completely rips it into 10 pieces.
His hand was still in it.
And so he ripped his hand off. And we pretty much went to somebody, and we were like, we paid $30, and they were like, well, it's part of the show. They didn't even give him a free foam finger. Same thing happened with my Doink the Clown little cardboard face on a stick. Bam Bam Bigelow ripped it out of my hands and ripped it in two. And I
shoved it
actually
in my
thought it was
neck.
pretty cool, and I kept it. But nonetheless, they would not give us our money back. So that was Raw and SmackDown for this week. This week we got another bunch of mums coming up. We got, I believe, Raw is in London, and so is SmackDown. The results for Raw have already been posted, and I've heard some of them, but I won't spoil them here. I'll let you go watch it. But let's just say things for the Survivor Series may have changed up a bit. You heard?
You all right, Johnny?
Johnny!
Calm down,
Almost
Johnny. What?
There's a character named Johnny in... my son loves the movie Sing, which is a kid's movie.
Yes.
And there's a big gorilla named Johnny, and his father is like this guy who speaks like this with a big English accent.
Like Braun Strowman.
We're pretty much, hey, happy birthday, Billy. Anyway, the guy near his son's name is Johnny, and he's in jail. I don't know, who the hell cares? Nobody wants. But speaking of Johnny Impact got screwed out of the title at Bound for Glory. That's why I won't watch this garbage called TNA. It's the worst wrestling known to man. If you have any brains, don't watch this garbage with second-rate guys, second-rate writing, and second-rate arenas with second-rate women that have second-rate. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. We've eaten some. We've eaten some food that has kind of impaired us. It's from Burger King. We just did a food review before this show, so we're all feeling kind of a little. But anyway, Professor, do you have anything to add to this glorious show today? This food coma that we're doing it in.
I was thinking about John Cena the other day, as I often do.
Special guest referee for the Lesnar and Jinder match, by the way. Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
No, who cares?
Yeah, and I was thinking about that ruthless aggression moment. Didn't that make him back in the day? That was
sort of. It was his first match against Kurt Angle, and he came out and answered the open challenge and almost beat Kurt Angle during his debut, but his tights were terrible. And he didn't really have a gimmick back then, and he would kind of just be this like rah-rah guy, and then eventually he got that rapper gimmick, and the rest is history.
Yeah. He should have said, what? Toothless affection.
I feel like I have buffalo sauce in my mustache.
I do.
Well, with that being said, we'd like to thank you for watching or not watching.
And we're very sorry.
Yes, we're very sorry we just wasted about 25 minutes of your life. But come back again and waste another 25 with us. The next time we'll be here talking about Raw, SmackDown, and everything else that goes on in the world. But we are Come Get Some, so come and get some with us next time. We'll see you later. Professor Wolvie, I'm Dr. Ripps. Peace.